Hey, and welcome back to Pokemon Breaks. Today, I wanted to do something kind of different and do some get to know me questions. I feel like there's a lot of new friends on YouTube, and you probably don't know that much about me as a person. So, if this is interesting, please keep watching. If you have any other questions or things that you'd like me to answer, please leave them in the comments down below. It's really fun to get to know you guys better, and I hope that this is interesting and fun for you. I stream on Twitch every week as well. And if you're really interested in getting to know me as a person and like having a chat, I would say come hang out on Twitch because that is probably one of the most comfortable places for me. I think it's really nice to get to chat and get to know you guys as well. So my Twitch name is Pokemon Breaks, same as here. So I'd love to see you over there if you're not there already. I found some random get to know me questions on the internet. I'll put a link in down below if you wanted to answer them as well. I think that would be amazing. There's a couple that I'm not going to answer just specifically because I don't want to dox myself, so I apologize. And I'm also going to try to answer some of the questions that I often get in my DMs and my messages and stuff, which is obviously just things that people are interested in knowing about me in general. The first question on the list is share your favorite subject in high school. I think this might be obvious to you if you've been following me on Twitch. I really enjoyed art and visual arts when I was in school. It was definitely one of my absolute favorite things. I was pretty academic as a younger student, and then when I got into high school, kind of lost interest in all that sort of stuff. But visual arts was something that I really enjoyed. So getting to do painting and charcoal and photography and all that stuff was really fun to me. I totally lost touch with it, honestly, for many years, and it's mostly been since I've been doing these Pokemon card altars that I've been able to get back into painting and enjoying that, I don't know, creative outlet. So I'm really enjoying that. But I was definitely the nerdy, artsy kid in school. That was my passion. It was what I loved, and I still love it. I still really enjoy it. The next question is, what is your favorite drink? And I'm not sure if that means alcoholic drink or just drink in general. I'm a dietitian. I like to look after myself. I think if you ask me what my favorite drink is in a very general sense, I'd probably say water. I drink, I don't know, maybe more than 3 liters of water a day. I drink so much water. In terms of like fun drinks, though, which is probably what this is asking, love a good milkshake. Probably vanilla malt would be a good choice, or just like a dark chocolate thick shake. That would be a fun drink. Alcohol wise, I like rosé. I like sour cocktails. I'm not into like sweet drinks. Not averse to dark liquor, some that I don't enjoy, obviously. Fireball is a favorite. I know that's not a very classy response, but I do enjoy it. But yeah, like lots of beverages. I like to be hydrated. What can I say? What is your favorite song at the moment? That is an impossible question. I like so many different kinds of music, and it depends a lot on the kind of mood that I'm in. Um, oh my gosh, that's really hard. What's my favorite song? Give me a second. Let me look at my title because I'll be able to see what songs I've listened to most. I can't answer that. That's so hard. Music is something that's really important to me. I think it's like a very special form of artistic expression. So it depends like so strongly on how I'm feeling and what's going on.
A few moments later.
I'm just going to give you an artist. It's really hard to pick a song. So I've had a look at my title. Gollin was my top artist. I'm just going to go with that as my response to that question. That's what I've listened to the most this month, so I guess he's my favorite. Have you participated in any sports? I was not super sporty when I was a kid. As I said, I did very short stints in a few different things like baseball and basketball and volleyball, that sort of thing, which I did enjoy when I did it. As an adult, I've played a couple seasons of netball, which I did enjoy. I haven't played for the last, I don't know, more than 6 months now. I haven't played this season at all. I always play shooter because I'm very tall and I'm good at shooting. I lack aggression for team sports. I always let everyone down. I can make the basket if I can get the ball, but like getting the ball and getting out of the way of other people and being aggressive to get in front of other people is just not my strength. I usually would just like hang back as much as I can with my arms up and hope that someone can lob the ball at me so I can catch it. And if I can catch it, I can get it in the net. That's no problem. But yeah, that's definitely not my strength. I caught myself apologizing many times to the other team when they were trying to take the ball from me. So definitely not one of my strengths. I made a lot of friends though, so that was a bonus. That was a positive about playing team sports. What is my favorite book? That is such a good question. I really enjoy reading. I haven't been reading so much lately because I'm commuting to work and work's been busy and I just kind of haven't had the headspace. As far as fiction, my favorite series would have to be the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. That was another universe and another world that I just loved being in. I think those books are just incredible. It's definitely his magnum opus. It's incredible. If you enjoy fantasy or anything of that nature, I would absolutely recommend you look into it. Definitely don't watch the movie first because there are several books. The story is expansive and it's beautiful. The movie's great. I actually did really enjoy it, but it definitely can't cover the breadth of what happened in the book, and it can't replace that experience. So if you want to check it out, read the books first. That is my advice. As far as non-fiction, I really love Brene Brown. I'm in sort of a leadership role with the work that I do, and I've definitely found Brene Brown's focus on being vulnerable and leading with integrity and almost servant leadership to really align with my values and who I want to be as a employee, as a manager, as a person. So I've definitely valued her work a lot. I love her audiobooks. I listen to them all the time. I think she's an incredibly talented speaker and author and just very insightful. So those are, I guess, two books or types of books that I would recommend if you enjoy reading. What's my favorite color? I love green. I feel very lucky to live in such a green, lush climate as Australia. I'm quite close to a nature reserve, a forest reserve, which is just one of my favorite places to be. It's so peaceful. I think that green is just one of those colors that calms down your nervous system. It's so healthy for you to be out in nature. I used to not like my green eyes so much. I wish I had blue eyes when I was a kid. I've definitely come to accept them and love them now. But yeah, green is definitely my favorite color by far. What's my favorite animal? That's a big question. I love all animals so much, and it kind of depends. Are you talking about, to have as a pet or what? I have rabbits, and I love them more than anything. They are sweet, they're gentle. I think having prey animals and building a relationship where they trust you is really special, because often in nature they're in so much danger that it's scary for them. They can be skittish. So building a bond with a little bunny rabbit where they just feel comfortable to be with you and they just want to be close to you, and they're not afraid of you at all, I think that just is very special and it warms my heart. Beyond that, I absolutely love dogs, and someday I would love to have another dog of my own, especially if I could have a rescue. I think that would be really special. I've always had dogs growing up. There was, very, very few times where we didn't have a dog when I was a kid, and they just added so much to my life. I think, how excited they are when you get home, just the unconditional love, the specialness of that relationship. I would love to have a dog again someday soon. What is my favorite perfume? I have a few that I really like. It depends on the mood. Spice Bomb by Victor Rolf is a favorite. It's kind of a sultry, smoky, sexy sort of scent. It's almost a little bit masculine, which I kind of like. The other one I really like would be, I guess, white flower sort of fragrances. I have a gardenia spray that's by Chanel, and I love that as well. Just reminds me of summer and freshness, and it is just a really, really nice, refreshing sort of smell. It makes me feel happy and warm inside. I don't know. But those are probably two of my favorites. Polar opposites, very different. So as I said, kind of depends on the mood. What is your favorite holiday? I guess favorite holiday that I've had in my life would have to be going to Japan.
Describe your perfect date.
It's a tough one. I'd have to say April 25th.
Okay.
I went to Japan for about a month in 2017, and it was just the most incredible time. I loved everything about it. I can't fault it. Being in Tokyo, it was just amazing. There were so many things to see. People were so lovely. The shopping was incredible. The food was incredible. The sights were incredible. I'm usually not one for crowds, and I didn't find it that overwhelming. People are so polite. People are so kind and helpful. I think the culture there is just amazing. We went to a mountain area called Hakone, which was just absolutely stunning, peaceful. Hot springs. We went to this outdoor art museum, which was amazing. Just absolutely everything about Japan was incredible. I think probably my favorite part of the trip was Osaka, which is another major city. And I think the reason that I enjoyed it a little bit more than being in Tokyo was it seemed a little bit more laid back, a little bit more artsy. There was a lot of cool anime and otaku stuff to have a look at and enjoy. I think by the time we got to that part of the trip, I felt a lot more confident wandering off the beaten path. And I think often that's where you find the best food in particular, but also the best shops and the best sights to see. Had a chance to meet some locals and find out what they like to do for fun. And I think that really added a lot as well. I think another highlight of the trip was going to Bunny Island, which is called Okunoshima. It's off of Hiroshima. It was a ferry ride that wasn't very long, but spent most of the day playing with wild rabbits. So on Okunoshima, they used to have a testing facility, and they shut that down. They let all the bunnies go. So the island is just completely overrun with rabbits. It was kind of a taste for home because that was maybe 2.5 weeks into the trip. And obviously I missed all my own bunnies. So getting to play with wild bunnies was really special and enjoyable, and yeah, just a very good time. So those were definitely some highlights of my Japan trip. I would absolutely love to go back. It is an amazing place. There's so many incredible things to see. So I would definitely love to go on another trip to Japan before too long. The next question is, do you speak any different languages? The simple answer is no. When I was in school, I took Spanish for a little bit. Definitely not fluent. Don't remember much of it at all. I learned a tiny bit of Japanese traveling in Japan, trying to get enough that I could make my way around and not get too lost. And in particular, I guess, ask if I was at the right train station and just find out simple things like that. But yeah, definitely not fluent in anything at all. I think you have to have a very special brain to pick up different languages. And I don't know, I feel like I don't have that gift. I find it really, really hard to wrap my head around different names for things. It's just challenging. I don't know. I can't think laterally in that way. I like this question. Who are your favorite YouTubers? There are some incredible YouTubers out there. As far as Pokemon, I would definitely recommend checking out OKJLove. He always makes me laugh. I think he's got an incredible just manner with filming. He's got so much knowledge, but I think the way he presents things is always interesting and fun, and really engaging. So I appreciate him a lot. And he has an incredible Twitch stream as well, which I always really love catching up with. He's just fun to watch. He's fun to talk to. I also really love Crystal Collects. She's another one of my favorite PokeTubers. She is just, again, incredibly funny, incredibly sweet. She knows a lot. She is multilingual, which I am obviously super impressed by. And I just love watching her. She's absolutely incredible. She's a really sweet person as well. Very, very kind. And I think very motivated to support others in the community. And I think that's definitely something I've got to commend OKJLove for as well. As far as other Twitch streamers that I really like, I definitely recommend checking out Perry Melbourne. He's absolutely wonderful. He's a sweetheart. He's wonderful to watch. He knows a lot of stuff. I think he's always happy to help people. He's very genuine. And I think that that's that's really special. I love Moog Plays. She is on Twitch and YouTube as well. She's super sweet. She's super funny. She's really engaging to watch. And again, she's an absolute sweetheart. She's a legend. So definitely check out Moog Plays. PC or Mac? Always PC. Always PC. There's no competition there. I've never actually chosen to use like iPhone or Apple products at all. I definitely prefer the OS on PC. So that's always been my go-to. What phone do you have? I have a Google Pixel 4 Plus Premium, whatever it is. I've had it for ages. I bought it because the camera is really nice, and I definitely still value that a lot. I'm really happy with it. I'll use it until it breaks. I'm not someone that feels like I need to get a new phone all the time, so I'm happy with my Google Pixel. How tall are you? This is probably going to surprise people if I haven't told you already, but I'm 6'2". Definitely 98th percentile plus 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 for height, for women, for anyone really. So yeah, I'm a very tall lady. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do. I have the two bunny rabbits. I have Chibi, who is, gosh, nearly 7 now. He is a Netherlandorf rabbit. He's such a sweetheart. He kind of has a cat-like personality. He can be a little bit aloof. He wants to give you love on his own terms, and if he wants to hang out on his own, he wants to hang out on his own. I also have a mini lop rabbit called Pumpkin, who would be nearly 2 at this point, and she has the totally opposite personality to Chibi. She wants all the love, all the cuddles, all the time. She's very happy to be picked up and held, and just quite content with whatever's going on. Chibi has a very anxious personality in general, so doing stuff like trimming his nails or grooming him is stressful, and it's really hard for him. He gets a little bit kind of panicked. It's really sad. It's so hard. It has to happen. Like, it's just part of looking after them. But I kind of hate it because of how much he hates it. Whereas with Pumpkin, she is just like relaxed and happy for anything. So you want to trim her nails and she's just like, oh yeah, this is fine. Like getting a manicure, like she won't wiggle, she won't cause a fuss at all. So she's easier in that regard, but she does definitely shed a lot more. A few of the questions that I always get on Instagram that I thought I would answer would be, how long have you been collecting Pokemon? So I was in primary school. I would have been 5 or 6 when Pokemon came out and became available. And I got really into it because the boys that I was friends with who liked bugs got into Pokemon. So we used to collect the cards. We had no idea how to play. We really didn't know anything about it. But definitely collecting things like Caterpie and Butterfree became really special. So I was into it straight away. When I went into public school, I sort of fell off the map. I wanted to fit in and be cool. So I lost interest in it for quite a long period of time. And then it's been more surrounding that trip to Japan in 2017 that I got more into it and more interested and, picking up little bits and pieces. But definitely in the last probably 12 to 18 months is when my collection has really grown. I've been very invested in it. And it's been something that I've really enjoyed, probably like my favorite hobby, my favorite way to spend money, like discretionary funding, I guess. Another question is, why do you like Pokemon and what got you into it? I get asked that a lot as well. I think I am a very visual person and I have a very vivid imagination. I've always liked the idea of, I guess, getting into fantasy and other worlds where you can just imagine a different way of living, and I think the Pokemon universe would be a very fun place to live. That's definitely part of what's inspired my card painting. I guess every time I look at the small regular arts, I just kind of think of how can we expand this and what might be the context of this and what else could be happening. And that's definitely a way that my imagination has kind of run away with me, and I really, really enjoy that creative aspect of Pokemon. I think that the art style is incredible, and I just think the whole idea of it, the concept, is amazing. Definitely don't want a Snorlax blocking the road on my way to work. I wouldn't want to run into, like a Cleaver or a Scyther or anything like that in real life, but I think there are a lot of aspects of it that would just be a fun world to live in. I don't know.
Thundershock! Pikachu!
those are all the questions I had set aside for today. I really hope that that was interesting. Thank you for watching and listening. If you made it all the way to the end, I appreciate you so much. If you'd like to hear more from me, please subscribe. It would mean the absolute world if you liked the video as well. It makes a really big difference. If you want to see more from me, I am Pokemon Breaks on Instagram, Twitch, Discord, so please just get involved. I'd love to get to know you better. Like I said, if you want to answer some of the questions, pop your answers in the comments. I'm super excited to get to know you guys better as well. And if you have any more questions for me or stuff that you'd like to know, please just leave a comment, let me know. I can do another one of these videos in the future if anyone's interested in it. I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.